Habari Gani, Induga Nadada. This is your Induga, Abu Amin Ra. Coming this morning or this afternoon or night or whatever it may be, wherever you are and are experiencing when you listen to and visualize this video, then I say that unto you. But my brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you for just a few minutes about white ideologists, specifically Marx, Engels, Lenin, Stalin, and all of those Jewish boys who developed a so-called revolutionary ideology to help free themselves from their own masters. It was not developed for us. There's nothing in those books, in those ideologies, that teaches us how to liberate ourselves from the Europeans and the Arabs. Now I want you to think about this. Do you think an oppressor is going to punish the oppressed with tools by which he can liberate himself from his oppressor? If the oppressor wants you liberated, he will just liberate you. Don't get stuck on stupid. The only way Africans throughout the globe are going to be liberated is when they liberate themselves. And the only time they're going to liberate themselves is when they utilize or develop a global black or African ideology. An ideology that grows out of the philosophy, the history, and the special experiences of African and black people on the continent and throughout the diaspora. There's no way our master is going to devise a tool and provide it to you by which you can liberate yourself from the master. That's oxymoronic. So if you believe this, and this makes logic to you, then you would be about the business of utilizing a black or African ideology, and if you do not have one, developing one right away, because that is the only tool by which you can liberate yourselves from those who oppress you, those who hold you in slavery, those who rob you of your labor, those who kill you and murder you and beat you and treat you atrociously. You can only liberate yourselves from them by utilizing an ideology that grows out of your special experiences and your special history. You see, my brothers and sisters, they've been taking our ancestors out of Africa since the 7th century, beginning with the Arabs. They castrated the men, used the women as concubines, and they're still taking our sisters and brothers out of the continent now back into what they call the Near East or Middle East. Then there was the Europeans who started their enslavement of us, our ancestors rather, around 1441, and they ceased around the 19th century. So my brothers and sisters now, after they took us out of our language, took us out of our culture. We lost our names. We lost connection with our people. And you think they're going to devise a program, a system, a methodology by which you can liberate yourself from them and do them damage? No way. It's oxymoronic. The only tool of liberation for Africans on the continent and Africans throughout the diaspora is a global, national, African liberation ideology and methodology. If we're going to be free, we're going to have to free ourselves. We're going to have to do it all. Utilize our own ideology, utilizing our own methodology, utilizing our own physical being as tools, soldiers, camaraderies in an engagement of war with our enemies. If you understand what I'm talking about, you're thinking in the right direction. Now all you have to do is develop an ideology of black or African global liberation ideology. Then you would have the right tool for liberating Africans on the motherland and Africans throughout the diaspora. If you understand me, once again, peace and hotep to you Indugu and Nadada.